Hey, I'm Lindsay Lyman. I worked almost 12 years at Amazon and saw so many brilliant and successful overachievers burn themselves out and leave their jobs because they're so stressed and anxious. But guess what? Having a successful career does not have to be at the expense of your mental sanity and personal time. There's an easier way, and I can show you how. Let's do this. Hey y'all, how are you? Okay, you guys, this is the year you need a coach. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. And I want to give you a heads up though, I am almost at capacity. By the time this airs, I may actually be on a wait list. If I'm not, I will be in the next couple of days by the time this airs. So if you've been thinking about signing up for coaching, go and grab one of those last spots if you still can. I'm not sure when my next opening will be, as most people come and love it because they get so many amazing results and they stay for years. For about the cost of what you pay for a cup of coffee, you could learn to love your job again, have the career you want, have the work-life balance you've been craving, make the money you want, get promoted, deal with that bad manager. I'm telling you, you name it, I have helped clients through it. So if you're interested, the very first step is to see if you qualify for my program. I don't work with everyone. I'm not afraid to say this is not a good fit. You need someone else with different expertise. But I'm also not afraid to tell you when it is a good fit. So the very first step is to have a coffee chat. We're just going to talk about what's going on. You will leave that conversation knowing what are the root cause of some of the things keeping you stuck. What's something you can try today? And we'll figure out what are the right next steps for you. The coffee chat's totally free. There's zero commitment, but literally getting a coach can make all the difference. So go to lindsaylymancoaching.com/chat. Again, that's lindsaylymancoaching.com/chat, or click the link in the show notes. Grab some time on my calendar for a coffee chat, and fingers crossed my spots are not full by the time you do, and we'll figure out next steps from there. All right, I'm super excited about this today. I cannot believe it. We are at episode 200. You guys, 200 episodes. That's a lot of me talking. And I won't lie, there's a lot of times I get sick of hearing myself talk, and that's a lot of you listening. So thank you for being here. I'm excited about this. As I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about kind of during this milestone, in the 6 years that I've been coaching, I have thousands of hours and have coached thousands of people in various settings, from one-on-one to very large group settings. And I was thinking about it, and there's a handful of themes I see that we all struggle with as humans, and we all struggle with them through all elements of our lives. It's not just our careers, but it's also our personal lives. But the one I wanted to talk to you today about is one that comes up for me pretty frequently, and I think almost every single one of the clients I've worked with has struggled with this to some capacity. It's figuring out, what do you do when you're not motivated and fulfilled by your job anymore? I think at some point in your career, you've been there or you will be there. Again, this isn't the I'm worried I'm going to lose my job, I hate my manager. This is simply, hey, I've been doing this for a while. I'm good at it. I know how to do it. It's not very fulfilling and motivating anymore, but I don't know. Where do I go from here? What do I want to do? I've had moments of this where the company would tell you the next step is to get promoted or to have an increased scope and become a manager of managers of managers, right? Like to increase what you're doing. And there's been times in my career where I'm like, the next step at this company has zero interest to me. I'm like, I do not want that job. That's dealing with politics in a whole other level at the corporate setting that just doesn't interest me. So it's really hard when you're in this space where you're just not feeling as motivated and excited and fulfilled. But here's the hard truth I want to tell you today, and then I'm going to give you some ways to kind of deal with it. It is not your job's job to make you feel motivated and fulfilled. It's really not. That is our job as humans. Now, there's certain things as we're growing and learning and having wins and progressing and things are working out and we're hitting goals and milestones, that's exciting. That's fulfilling. That's motivating. As humans, we need challenges. We need a purpose. We need things to do. We need to feel like it's important and it matters. But it's not your job's job to provide that for you. It's not your job's job to make you feel motivated and fulfilled and excited. That's your job. But stick with me here. I want you to think about your job as if it were a person. Okay? Pretend it's a human being that you are in a relationship with. How would you describe your relationship? Are you in the honeymoon phase where you're like obsessed with each other and you're so excited and it's great and we just can't get enough time together? Are you in more of like the routine of your relationship? It works. You give equally as much as you take. It's a healthy balance. It's a great thing. Or maybe you need some couples counseling. Most of us, when we're not feeling motivated and fulfilled, we're in the needs couples counseling bucket. So I want you to think about it. Again, if your job is a person, how do you talk about them when they're not in the room? When you're not at work, what are you saying about it? What are you investing in it to grow? How are you prioritizing that relationship, and how are you making sure to take care of it? Most of us, when we're in that need couples counseling bucket of a relationship with our job, we're mad that it's not more clear and telling us what do we want. We're anxious because it's not telling us exactly how to get there, because if you just told me what you wanted and how to do it, I would go and do it. We're mad at it because we need more time from it. We're mad at it because we need less demands. We need less minute requests from it. We're mad because we want them to stop like pinging us at all hours of the day and night. Like they're just annoying, right? If this was a real relationship, think of how would that be if this person was just like pecking at you all day? We're mad because we wanted to stop asking us to do things we're uncomfortable doing, or we're not sure where to even start or what the end goal is. We're mad because that job is making us figure it out, and we believe it should be figuring it out for us. We want to make sure that that job is taking care of us so that we don't look like a fool in front of our manager. And we're like, pay me more, have less requests, respect me, make me feel appreciated. It's just a tough relationship. Then I want you to think about, how are you showing up in that relationship? Are you asking what it needs? Are you listening? Are you actually doing it? Are you invested in taking care of it? Do you take a lunch break? Do you enjoy the weekend so that when you are back in that relationship, you're rested and ready to go? Do you go on vacations? Do you hire a coach to help you figure out the hard things? Are you taking classes or going to conferences or workshops or getting certifications, learning new skills so that you can bring more to the relationship as well? Are you trying new things together? Are you saying thank you? Are you noticing what is working in the relationship and going well? Are you saying no to things to help protect it from the stress of things around it when it's already at capacity? So I say, like, what kind of a relationship do you have with your job? And why do we keep kicking it and expecting more and more and being mad at it? Who do you want to be in this relationship? What type of a relationship do you want to have? A one-sided relationship's only going to get you so far. It might be fun in the moment. It might get you what you need in the short term, but long term, you're miserable. Are you willing to spend a few minutes a week working on your relationship and getting there? Obviously, I think you should do that by hiring a coach. But you can also try this. Take 10 minutes a week and just have a little conversation with yourself and your relationship with your job. I want you to ask yourself, what do you appreciate about it? And I want you to write it down or say it out loud to yourself in the mirror. Hey, job, I appreciate that you paid me again this week. I appreciate that I knew what to expect from you this week. I appreciate that I got some time back when that meeting got canceled. I appreciate that you gave me a chance to speak up in that meeting. Thanks, job. I see you. Who do you want to be in this relationship? Okay. So the first question, ask yourself, what do you appreciate about your job? Second question, again, write these down or answer them to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror. You're going to feel like a crazy person. That means it's working. I want you to think, what do you wish your job had been better about that week? Okay, so first we're going to start by telling ourselves what we appreciate about our job. Then what do we wish had been better? Hey, I wish we'd spend less time in meetings. I wish we didn't say yes to that last minute request from leadership. I wish we had finished writing that business proposal. Okay, what do we wish had been different and better about that week? Again, we're not mad, we're not angry, we're not ticked off. We appreciate our job. We're working on being a good partner in this relationship. And then the third question to write down or answer to yourself in the mirror like a crazy person is, what can we do together to solve it? What can we try? Maybe you're going to copy and paste your status updates to all the different meetings and places you need to put it every week and just see what happens. Maybe you're going to block off time on your calendar so that you're not in so many meetings and you're not going to let other people schedule over it. Maybe you're going to send someone else to the meeting. Maybe you're going to ask for an agenda to go first and leave early. Maybe you're going to take lunch just one time this week. Maybe during your one-on-one, you're going to go for a walk outside during it. Maybe you're going to have fun each day. What could you do together to solve this problem and help build a stronger relationship with your job? Maybe you need to connect with a new person. Maybe you need to spend a couple minutes updating your accomplishment list so that you have it to update your resume if that time comes and you have it for year-end review. Maybe you need to decide together, you and your job, what does quote unquote exceeding at my job today look like, and thank yourself for doing it. Maybe you need to sign up for coaching. You do. Maybe you need to go write that promo doc and just keep it for yourself. We're not ready to give it to our manager yet. Maybe you just need to pick one night this week to not work and go do something fun. Do a hobby, get outside, connect with some friends, watch a show. Maybe you and your job together, to keep building your relationship, you could just tell one person thank you each day and actually mean it. Your job is giving you exactly what you are asking it for. It is responding exactly how you're treating it. If you're bored with it, it's going to feel boring. If you're stressed out by it because there's so much to do, it's going to keep reminding you all the things you need to do. So, who do you want to be in this relationship? What kind of a relationship do you even want? I'm not saying you have to have this amazing, fulfilling, crazy, symbiotic relationship. You may just want the kind of a relationship with your job where it is very routine. You come in, you do your job, you get paid, you go home, you do your thing. That's beautiful. What relationship do you want from your job? And how do you need to show up to make that happen? All right, y'all. If you're struggling with this, I would love to help you get there. Go to lindsaylymancoaching.com/chat, sign up for a coffee chat, and we'll see where things go from there. You got this. You're amazing. We'll talk soon.
If what you're learning from this podcast is helping, this is just the beginning. Each week, I offer a limited number of coffee chats so that you and I can connect one-on-one and talk specifically about what's going on for you. You'll leave this call feeling more hopeful and motivated, but I'm also going to teach you a few things to try right away to get unstuck. Space is very limited and these are free, so grab your spot before they're gone. Click the link in the show notes or go to lindsaylymancoaching.com/chat and sign up today. You got this.